Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram. As good as they come for me, very strong and athletic and competent in every other department you care to mention.
Just about the perfect defensive specimen.
Yeah.
Getting up there! And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Nedved. That has been slung wide. Oh, good-looking ball. And he's in on goal. Shot could be on. Messi! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Oh, he's been caught napping.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now it's Messi. Pinches it off him. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Thuram, always a very imposing presence at the back. And it's Robertson. Tries to pass it through. Zola will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is Nedved. Shapes to shoot! And he's done it! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now. Nepal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
De Rossi can see things others simply cannot. Marcelo tries to play it through.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Just wouldn't stay down for him.
Oh, look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Cannavaro. It's Van Dijk. Gerrard, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Nepal are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. And it's Cannavaro. That's a sharp pass. And it's Cruyff. And here's Ronaldinho. Oh, such a clever touch. Van Dijk. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Messi.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
De Rossi. Cruyff. Can he get on the end of this? There's the shot! And he's there to get it away. "40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Robertson can clear it away. Gerrard. Played into space. It's a goal kick. De Rossi cuts it out.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Nepal do have a chance to counter here. Nedved does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Out towards the flank. And that is the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Nepal unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So right back into the action.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Robertson. Ferdinand, a man never lacking in drive or determination. And it's Thuram. Passes short and sharp. De Rossi. Now Ronaldinho. Could move up a gear here. Vieira is there and he can get that clear. And that is well cleared. That pass surprised everyone and not in a good way. Gerrard. And here's Messi. It's a really well-measured ball. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now there's a fine ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Zanetti. Nepal still this single goal behind. Robertson, who's set up one goal so far. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Robertson has the space to scheme. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. He's going for goal! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Dunkirk have their second corner now. Zola plays it short. Solar, now he leaps for it! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's a good foot in there. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Zola has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Ferdinand. Zanetti. And it's Thuram for Ferdinand. And here's Nedved, played out wide, and it's Robertson. And Zola! They want to be quick to recover this. And that's another good win of the ball. Chance for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Substitutions taking place.
Dunkirk can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Dunkirk are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And he's been shifted off it. And that has been cleared. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Ronaldinho. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Luis Suarez. So what can they make of this? And he is dashing away. Gerrard! Cristiano Ronaldo looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff it.
It's Ibrahimovic! And there's a goal! Back to within one! Interesting!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Substitution.
Dunkirk making further changes here and in quick succession. Nepal cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
The pull could be just about done here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Park Ji-sung. Thuram. Edmilson. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Pele finds himself offside.
Dunkirk really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Marcelo is always looking to play quality balls.
Substitution on the field. Number 16.
Nepal are making a change now.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Great vision. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Guardiola. Foot in. Luis Suarez. There he goes, motoring forward. Oh, that's fabulous. And the finish! And that's a good finish. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So that's it, it is all over. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of anybody who
What
has
are your
found
thoughts on
themselves
today's
a
game
little
then,
lost
Jim?
today.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just...
Ibrahimovic! Ibrahimovic, a player joining here, a pretty exclusive club. This game is the 200th in his career for this side.
Yeah, he's the mainstay in this team, Peter, and his value can never be underestimated. One of the first names on the team sheet, a priceless asset.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Hazard clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Now it's Pelé. And he's quick to return it. Bale. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
The Rossi does well to get it back. Quarter of an hour played. Bale. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Azar. Schneider. That's going across. He leaps for it. Oh, it's hit the post. Oh, there's a probing ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Van Dijk, very much a man of this moment. Pelé. Pelé was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Driving forward. Can he get on the end of this? And it's been played through. Tries one from range. That is special! Gareth Bale! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And Inter go in front. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot around the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Inter Milan have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Shapes to shoot! Loose ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Nepal with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Roberto Carlos attempts a clearance. And it's Marcelo. Drives it in. Gets his head on it! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Nepal have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pepe. Maldini is someone so often referred to as the defenders. He'll try from distance! Schneider! Brilliant! A finish of true class! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Aubameyang. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Chance! And no mistake. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And now he has two. Goes for a shot! It's a goal! They are purring, truly purring. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Nepal go up by 2 and are looking good.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Now it's Aubameyang.
Oh, good ball!
That has not gone well. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And they can counter here. That's the end of the first 45.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Nepal claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 2. O'Shea.
We're on the move again.
Viene sostituito con il numero 4.
And this is Schneider. He's having a hit! Now, who's going to be first to this? Nicely aimed pass. Schneider. Mateus. Nicely weighted ball. Opts to play it back. Pull it. And pull it! They've got to be quick to recover this. It's not an... Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, good finish! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it.
Gol per l'Inter. Ha segnato al 53esimo minuto numero 20. Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 17.
Inter Milan have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Just one in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
A probing pass. It's a promising position, aimed at the far side. Maldini can get it clear and reclaimed it in Snyder! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Tries to play it through. Not the most convincing of passes. Bale. Stood up well to him there. Eto'o gets a foot in here. Maldini cuts it out.
Yeah, the hat-trick is definitely on his mind, Peter. He wants to get it over with as quickly as he can. Just about everything he's done, for me, he's done it with real conviction.
He certainly has. Really satisfying performance from him. A smiling satisfaction emanating from him. He is embracing this game. Napoli have their third corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Snyder, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And this is Snyder. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mateus, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Baresi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's been shifted off it. Bale, who is rarely short on confidence. Napoli are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Mateus, and here's Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Cambio di giocatori.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Well, Mateus!
And he was there to get a vital touch. Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Pinches it off him. Napoli are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Now this could... It's Eto'o! And that's a good finish. It's level again. What a match we have.
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left.
Bale! And he couldn't finish.
Bale deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
So their fourth corner of the game.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 24. Snyder. Numero 20. Lasciano il campo per il numero 8. Il numero 18. Hazard. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Eto'o is onto this. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Bale. Bale! And that's a sharp finish. And they've got their lead back. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now or try and finish it off?
Nepal, moments now away from seeing this one out. De Rossi.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di
4
recupero.
extra minutes added on. Looking for the run. And he's in on charge, surely! And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Nepal have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
And the referee brings it to a close. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collection.